Why would you do that? We're in the Endgame now.
What is going on, Film Cam family? It's your boy Film Cam back with another video for you today. Thanos is coming again. No, Thanos. We're covering the opening of Marvel's Endgame. The parking lot is packed and the tickets are sold out. So if you did not get your tickets for the opening, it is Thursday, you are out of luck.
Around me are familiar faces.
Everything else was sold out, but Regal Cinemas don't have assigned seating, so ready to sit through this 3-hour Avengers movie. We've been waiting a year since Infinity War.
We just really happy. Thank you, Jesus!
Let's go. Alright, how's everybody doing? This is Film Cam. Today I'm doing something a little different. I am reviewing Avengers Endgame with my friend
Miles Hampton. I'm not wearing anything underneath this.
I know it's a 3-hour movie. Everybody was hyped for watching a 3-hour movie.
3 hour and 1 minute.
3 hours
right.
in 1 minute. I did not use the bathroom at all. I made sure I went to the bathroom before. I'm going to break it down Avenger by Avenger.
Yes! 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 Yes!
Instead of talking about every single aspect or reviewing the whole movie, we're going to break it down by the character. It's a little different.
know, y'all don't want all that.
Right. First Avenger, Hulk. Me personally, I did not like how they did Hulk. I know.
You didn't like that?
As far as like everyone wanting the Hulk versus Thanos rematch, he did not do any fighting whatsoever. Just putting on the gauntlet and actually like.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I'll say this. Here's my rebut. My rebut to that.
Very butts.
I am so tired of seeing the Hulk just be a nuisance on the battlefield, not do anything. Like he'll mess around. Like remember in Avengers 1, he was an absolute like liability. He was just jumping around, breaking stuff. He beat up Loki. I'll give him that. That was important.
That was very important.
That was very important.
They actually went and did like a reference when they went back to Avengers 1.
Yeah.
And he was like walking around.
Yeah. Which is really funny. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
And I feel like, given the fact that he has like, what is it, one movie? He has one movie and I'm already tired of seeing the Hulk be like smash things, and I'm really happy to see this different take on the Hulk.
Right.
You know? And I thought they did it well, personally. And I thought it was really funny.
Yeah, I liked the Jolly Green Giant references, how they had him in the back of the truck just riding.
Ho ho ho.
Green Giant.
He actually almost messed up their like plan when they went back with Iron Man and Ant-Man, the cube and everything.
That
and
was hilarious.
I was like, whoa. Overall, I give Hulk a C.
Dang.
A hard C.
I personally liked what they did with him, so my opinion is going to be different from yours. And he did the original snap. So
Okay.
I'm going to give him a solid B, maybe B+.
Tony actually perfected the time travel, so he really didn't play any parts in
yeah.
that. He was Smart Hulk, but that was pretty much for comic relief. Like, he didn't fight anything. He didn't get the rematch with Thanos.
True.
So
We already know how that was going to go, though.
I mean, if he was a Smart Hulk now, he probably would have studied some kind of fighting techniques. But overall, other than the snap, that's the only pivotal role he motivated Thor to come back. But overall, I just give him a C.
It's because you have
Maybe-
you have negatives for him, and I don't have negatives.
Maybe a
How's that
C plus. I don't know. He gets a C plus. Vision. So Vision was in none of the movie, and it was implied pretty much that he had to sacrifice himself for the Mind Stone. So Scarlet Witch was in it, but Vision wasn't in it.
Good and dead.
So,
Vision's dead.
We're assuming that Vision is dead.
Yeah. I'll say this.
Add that to the list.
There's rumors of them making Scarlet Witch and Vision show.
Okay.
Which could be cool. Because Scarlet Witch, she barely got to show it in the movies, but she's like supposed to be. Because you read the comics, I don't. So that's an important detail throughout this video. I do not read the comics, so I'm a perspective of your casual watcher, and he is a hardcore.
I'm a hardcore Marvel fan. You see the Iron Man shirt?
Yeah. Does not qualify.
Okay, speaking of Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch, to me, one of the most OP people in the actual Avengers. Like, toe with Proxima Midnight. And Proxima Midnight is supposed to be one of the strongest fighters in the whole galaxy. She did her thing against Thanos. And she was like, "This is for Vision."
Why do you do it like that?
Because, like,
that's not what she does. She goes like this, but she made it so.
But don't you think of like when witches, they're like,
like General Palpatine.
yes, like with the lightning fingers. But she did that part on Thanos, and like whenever she uses her powers, everyone's like, "Oh shoot!" Like she does a lot. I give Scarlet Witch a B-. A little step over a C.
I agree. I give her a B-. Here's the thing. I didn't expect more from her. I wanted more from her. Because she's in the same boat as Captain Marvel, where like she's one of the strongest characters, but she doesn't get no shine. And the difference between her and Captain Marvel is, Captain Marvel had a whole movie. They did the exact same thing in Infinity War, but with that time it was Black Panther. And in Infinity War, Black Panther was like one of the most important characters.
Avengers 2: Age of Ultron. It was pretty much centered around Ultron and Scarlet Witch.
True.
So, like, they kind of established a little backstory,
it's more established. Age of Ultron is probably one of the Avenger movies that I remember the least. I don't even think I rewatched it leading up to this. I kind of just pretend that movie didn't happen.
Oh, look, that was her establishing movie because Hawkeye gave her a motivational speech, and she wasn't a hero yet. She was kind of like a wayward soul with Ultron, like, pulling the strings.
Strings, so I have fun. I'm not tied up to any fun.
Like,
I'm disappointed, but it's what I expected.
Okay.
B-.
I get it. Another person that no one was talking about that was lost in Avengers like lore, Quicksilver. Quicksilver,
bro.
Quicksilver
Oh
died.
my god.
I wish they brought Quicksilver back.
Bro,
What they could have did was he could have been like on your left to
yeah.
Hawkeye.
You didn't see that coming?
And I would have been like, but they didn't bring Vision back. They didn't bring Quicksilver back.
You didn't see that coming.
So
Does not qualify.
Widow.
Ooh, okay.
Widow.
Tough.
He was still policing the world and still making sure things were going right with the Avengers. And she sacrificed herself for the Soul Stone. So I give Widow a A.
Yeah, she put everything together. She really put everything together. She sacrificed herself. Yeah, I give her an A.
Hawkeye / Ronin played a big pivotal role in the movie. We get to see what he was doing around Ant-Man time or Infinity War. So he has a whole family, but they get wiped out. It triggers a chain reaction with the audience off rip. You are automatically like, oh, now his family is gone. So that triggers him to turn into Ronin and go on a killing spree. Loses his bow, starts using his sword and slicing, chopping, dicing up everything.
He was really in Japan just killing people. I think that's what they were trying to imply in the movie, like a slightly bad Yakuza guy.
Yeah.
But like later in the movie, he was like, you know what I've done. You know the sins I've done. You know what I've become.
Yeah. So he had a vendetta of his own that he had to take care of, and he was just taking bodies left and right. Like he wiped that guy's blood off on him.
Wait, with his
like
with his elbow?
he was cutting himself. Like I
Me
thought.
too. How do you do that cleanly?
The rain helped, I guess, but the rain washed away the blood.
No.
Like he was gonna sacrifice himself if it wasn't for the nobility of Widow. I mean, they were fighting over who would die. And speaking of who would die for the Soul Stone, like I still need some explanation on how Red Skull turned into like the Soul Stone Keeper. Nobody says like how he became the Soul Stone Keeper. He was just like in Infinity War, like, this is why I'm here. I don't like really know how I'm here, but this is why I'm here now. I protect the Soul Stone, and there has to be a sacrifice.
Like the troll beneath the bridge in Dora.
Yeah, you have to solve the riddle, my riddle, to get the Soul Stone.
The answer is death. Permanent.
Cut to the chase. It's death. One of you has to die. So, Hawkeye, I give a B. Pretty much, his role was just as a support character.
Yeah.
And he actually was like the first person to play keep away with Infinity Gauntlet.
I agree. I give him a B. He came in and did his job. Had a good little character arc. The movie surprisingly centered around him in a sense. And I don't know if that's just because he came up first on the screen, so our brains are like, oh, main character. But like the movie really did a lot of revolving on him more than I would expect.
I think they picked up from the lack of Hawkeye being in the other movies, because everybody's like, all right, Hawkeye is not in the Infinity War or in the other movies, so where is he at?
No, I'm giving him a B minus. No, not a B. Simply because of that god awful haircut. That mohawk. That hair was terrible. I hated it. He looked like every douchebag rodent that you don't keep as a pet. He looked like a rat and a possum.
Next Avenger, Captain Marvel.
I wanted so much more.
Honestly, I didn't see Captain Marvel. Because I didn't think it was gonna be a pivotal thing in the movie, for the movie.
You what?
Like, I knew what her powers were, I knew what she was
What?
Like, I knew she was gonna be OP,
Bro!
I didn't think that seeing Captain Marvel would make me miss out on anything.
It's the last movie before Endgame. I thought, I could.
I was like, I'll do without this. It's not because she's a woman, because I love Wonder Woman, but the trailers just look boring.
Listen,
like, she just
okay, I understand that, because honestly, the trailers weren't that appealing for the movie. But I was still very excited to see the movie because my sister read a lot of the comics for Captain Marvel, and she was telling me like, no, Miles, like, you don't understand. Like, Captain Marvel is that dude. Like,
she was a little lackluster in the movie, but in the beginning was the hilarious part. She was just like, all right, let's save Iron Man. No one questioned who this person was. She just was like, all right, she gets the credit for saving Iron Man, so we're just gonna roll with it.
she deserved it though. She deserves it though. When Iron Man came back from space, he was looking rough.
Old. He looked like, get this man a sandwich. Like,
I really thought Iron Man was about to die in the first 10 minutes of the movie.
That part.
Yeah, I was about to be sick. We need to talk about that. A lot of people have been skipping over that. That was the most dramatic monologue I've ever seen. He was yelling at Captain America, ripped his heart out, put it in his hand, and then collapsed.
This is the part where I was like, I really understand where Thanos is coming from for a second. Like he was chilling. He was chilling. He was just cooking. He was just like, it's just him. It's like, hey guys, it's just him. How are you seeing this intel?
He just said, so let's go.
So let's go.
Everyone was like,
okay.
oh, okay, yeah.
And out of nowhere,
Captain Marvel said, let's go get him, and said, she said,
Watch out, watch out, watch out!
and cut that nigga arm off, bro.
He's already like Two-Faced. He
Bro.
already has Two-Faced.
I'm in the first, bro. I'm in the first row. Love Captain Marvel, bro.
And I was just like, all right, well, Captain Marvel, that's her G moment. And then nothing else happens throughout.
Nothing happens.
Nothing else.
I wish she would have like weakened down Thanos while one of the OGs coming for the kill.
Maybe like take out his sword, like snatchies. I'm running up or something.
Yeah,
like flying
fly
up
away with his sword or something.
I don't know.
She did a couple cool things during the final battle. She destroyed the ship.
Oh, like I give her a C. She's pretty much like the Hulk to me.
Yeah.
So
I give her C plus.
I think Ant-Man destroyed like one of those like snake things. It wasn't
Yeah,
ships,
he punched
but
him.
It was.
He literally just.
So let's talk about Ant-Man now.
Let's get to Ant-Man.
He played so much of a role. You can go down the list. The movie was centered around his movie with the time travel. He played a role in the time travel by showing them how it's done, giving them the watches, going back in time with Tony to give Tony a cardiac arrest.
A lot. He had all the round trip devices. He had all of those. He brought all that to the table.
Without Ant-Man, he wouldn't have had any of that stuff.
Dude.
So
Without him, literally none of this would have happened. They would have still been in PA.
pretty much.
AA for post-apocalyptic people.
Pretty much.
The
So
only reason why I don't give Ant-Man an A, and I give him an A-, is because during the final battle sequence, he was amazing in the first half. He was absolutely amazing. The most important person on the screen. In the second half, though, he really disappeared during the battle.
But wait. He didn't disappear, honestly. When he teamed up with Wasp and they tried to get the time machine started,
Oh, they did!
they went back and they were like, all right, Snatchies, we're trying to get the time machine.
What happened with the time machine?
Yeah, the time machine was
Didn't work.
honestly a done deal, because why would a time machine be in the middle of like a full
Yeah, you
like,
couldn't. I don't
like-
know why they thought
I
that should
honestly
work.
was like, all right, well, so let's roll the dice here.
I guess that's what we're doing.
So, but other than that, Ant-Man played a good role.
Yeah. It really all came down to Ant-Man. Not in the way that I wanted it to, though. You didn't think you had a little secret weapon? Didn't think you could, I don't know, infiltrate Thanos' nether regions?
Who came up with that stupid crap? Because that's so dumb.
It's
Like,
a
that's
genius
so
plan, bro.
dumb.
It's the best plan.
And there's a video on YouTube that explains why it wouldn't work.
He's done it before.
He hasn't gone into somebody and expanded and killed them before.
He's gone into like a building or something.
You saw Ant-Man 2, right? You saw when he was having problems with his belt and then he just kept getting big and kept getting small. He got big and he was in like a little room closet. And he was like...
I call Cap. No. That was for comedic effect. Lucky I don't remember this movie like the back of my hand, because I bet there's several examples. Didn't he have a part where like he tried to expand without the suit and he like broke his clothes or something?
That sounds like Hulk.
Yeah,
But-
that is Hulk. But we're gonna rewatch that movie, bro, and I'm gonna show you.
But anyway,
Like-
he's pretty much like the Meg of the whole Marvel universe, and everybody dicks on him all the time. And he has to remind people who he is, but it was all centered around time travel, which is time travel, parallel universes, the list goes on. They made fun of that in the movie. The fact that it just keeps being a thing, like everyone's doing it. So
Time go through him instead of him go through time. I thought that was a pretty clever way to have time travel mess up without it being detrimental.
all right.
You know, because it's hard to do that. That was a creative way of doing that.
So yeah, Ant-Man.
Ant-Man, wow, really, really impressed me.
Black Panther.
Barely in the movie.
Barely in the movie, but when he gets his screen time, everyone's like, he Bombay!
He Bombay! He Bombay! He Bombay! He Bombay!
As soon as everyone sees him on the movie, they're ready to stand up like, they're like,
That was me in the theater.
so
I can't have been standing up. Front row.
his people are so loyal. Like mind you, they fight space war dogs in Infinity War. And then they come back and fight Thanos' whole war dogs, monsters, flying monsters,
Fight everybody.
Thanos himself, the Black Order,
Yeah. Loyal soldiers, man.
loyal soldiers. He brings them everywhere. Like you
Crazy.
could, those are some ride or die. So Black Panther, I put him at B, B minus, because
Yeah.
without his army,
They wouldn't be able to do
they
that.
wouldn't have been able to
Plain
stand
simple.
anything. Like his
Yeah.
army is pretty much like top tier in the world. Like
Yeah, I agree. I give Black Panther a B. Bringing that army was a great diplomatic move.
Doctor Strange, his role. I give Doctor Strange an overall B, because even though he wasn't in this movie, he was in Infinity War and he laid the groundwork for
Yeah.
like what was gonna happen. Strange / Wong, I give them a B. Like Wong is like
It
the
was so
funniest
funny when I saw him
character,
show up, bro.
because I was like, all right, so Infinity War, deuces. He's like, where you going, Mom? Gotta guard the sanctum.
The what?
The sanctum.
I'm gone.
Like,
The sanctum.
But you're guarding the sanctum from what? Like, everybody is like
Everyone's here.
fighting right here. So the fact that he completely forgot about the sanctum and brought everybody that were masters and like his people plus Black Panther's people together, like were their army. So
I'm gonna join Doctor Strange in with Black Panther. Didn't do much, but that alone, that big move alone was so important. Dude, remember? They're about to die.
yeah.
Everyone was about to die if Doctor Strange didn't come in with the cavalry like that.
And the portals. Like
It was the old Lord of the Rings, Captain America versus the whole army. No, like it was about to be over. Stop.
I could do this all day.
So Doctor Strange, I give him a B. He was
Yeah.
like his part in Infinity War was okay, but his part in Endgame, just a slight bit. War Machine, save this man's legs. R.I.P. to War Machine's
We're
legs.
gonna start a GoFundMe, bro.
Go fund me for War Machine's legs. The fact that Tony has all this nanotech but didn't give him any like upgrade to his legs.
It's absolutely ridiculous, bro.
Like they don't care about. He got a whole new suit for the time travel. No legs, no new legs.
Mind you.
His part in the movie, I give him maybe a C minus.
C minus?
C minus. Like he.
What do you expect from him?
I don't know. His part and Falcon's part were pretty much like the same. So like they were supporting roles. Like
I'm gonna give him 2 separate grades of what I expected of him and of what he actually did. Of what he actually did, he gets a good little C. No, he gets like a good like B. B minus. He did a lot, bro. He was one of the members of the mission. Like he went back in time, knocked out Peter Quill. He did his job the most efficiently out of everyone.
Peter Quill dancing. I mean, if Peter Quill didn't have the headphones on and he wasn't distracted, he probably would have like given War Machine the gun. The fact that Nebula almost ruined the whole mission,
Which isn't his fault. That is not War Machine's fault at all. No, Nebula literally like sabotaged the whole plan unknowingly. Literally sabotaged everything. They were right next to each other, they're ready to go back. They synced up and were trying to press the buttons at the same time, and then she glitched out. There's no possible way he could know that. Yeah, give Nebula the bad grade for that. War Machine, that he did everything he was supposed to. He did his mission the most efficiently out of any Avenger.
he did.
And this is War Machine we're talking about, not Captain America, not Captain Marvel. War Machine went in, did his job, got an Infinity Stone, came back on time.
So he gets a B.
I'm giving him a B.
Okay.
Because I didn't expect much of him.
Falcon, I give a C minus, I guess.
I give him a C plus just because those last 5 minutes, he's about to be Captain America.
They are sticking to the comics with making him the next Captain America. That's comic accurate.
Yeah. I can't wait for him to get racially profiled by the United States government.
But I give him a C. So, right.
He didn't do anything.
Right.
He just got the shield in the end. So I'm gonna give him a C minus.
Right.
Because he got the shield in the end.
Winter Soldier, aka Bucky.
He didn't do nothing.
Bucky, I give
He didn't do anything.
a
Whoa!
C minus.
Whoa! Bucky didn't do anything! I'm just not realizing this. Bucky didn't do anything.
He was shooting with Rocket. He's pretty much on the battlefield with Rocket shooting up people, so give him a C minus.
D plus. He did nothing.
Wish Bucky did more. I wish they had a Bucky Captain America tag team. That would have been cool.
That would have been a cool little scene. That would have single-handedly brought his grade up to a C minus, but it didn't happen.
Okay. On to the big 3.
Woo!
Captain America first, aka America's ass. America's slappable ass. Okay. I give Captain America automatic A.
Yep. A.
He played his role, did his job, led the team, Avengers assemble. What more can you ask for?
Had to fight himself.
He did have to fight
and
himself.
won.
That was a sweet.
That whole scene gives him an A because first of all he did the little Hail Hydra part, which I love.
Oh, so comic book accurate.
That was so. Oh my god! Hail Hydra. No. Oh, okay.
He's part of us.
Okay.
I thought that scene was gonna go like Civil War, and he was gonna fight them. He was like, all right, here we go again. He's gonna fight
shit.
Here we go again. That was cool.
Whoa. Whoa.
Hail Hydra.
Whoa.
No, they're Nazis. They're Nazis.
Okay.
Hail Hydra.
True. Okay. I wasn't expecting to see that in the moment.
Okay, so let's talk about the fact that he was worthy, and he got Stormbreaker and Mjolnir at the same time. Everybody was up on their feet like, oh my god! Rage moment, like, what happened? He was like, oh my, that was probably the hypest moment of the whole movie.
Yeah,
like
it may just be.
And
that was crazy.
Thor was fighting him for Stormbreaker or Mjolnir, and he was like, "Here, just take this one. I'm done with it."
That was hilarious.
I have Stormbreaker now, like.
And I love that because I didn't want them to make Thor get like jealous or something. You know what I'm saying?
Cause like everybody knew like he was pretty much like worthy of. He moved, he nudged it a little bit in Age of Ultron, and he was in the back.
Everyone was like,
or was in the back like,
don't you dare.
Captain America overall gets an A for my book.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, R.I.P. to Captain America. He lived his life.
Lived his whole life. Great man.
Nice. Oh, it was really beautiful. Thor, I give a B. Only because like he was fat Thor and he was just like a liability for most of the part.
Yeah.
He was just in his element, just moping around, drinking beers. But he had his whole little mini Asgard community. They're playing Fortnite. Fortnite gets a little cameo. You got Meek and the Rock dude. And,
ooh, she's on the list. But Valkyrie, she gets a B+ for me.
I thought that Meek and the Rock dude would be in the fight. I didn't see them at all in the fight.
It would have been weird to see them there. I'm like, all right, they need to die.
Yeah.
I give Thor a solid B because he was a liability when it came to getting the stones. He got too caught up in being in the past, which no other person really had too big of an issue with. It was mainly him.
He's pretty much fat Thor the whole movie.
Yeah.
The fact that like Thor is one of the most fangirled characters, and then they totally flipped that on his head and gave him like a beer gut.
I was expecting him to magically get rid of it at some point, and he just never did.
The best part was where like he met the Guardians in Infinity War, and he had that little beef with Peter Quill. That's hilarious.
I can't wait.
Yeah, Thor played his role without Mjolnir, bringing back Mjolnir and thinking about that. Captain America probably wouldn't have like went toe to toe with Thanos. His Infinity War type entrance in Endgame was like cool because he had Stormbreaker and Mjolnir and his beard changed and he got the like.
I can't expect that to be again. I can't expect that to happen twice.
His entrance was pretty much the start of everybody standing up being like, oh my gosh, this fight's about to be epic. Like he had both in his hand. Iron Man had his ultimate suit on.
I just want to talk about Thor really quick. I loved his character throughout this movie because it was actually a very realistic depiction of what happens when you literally lose everything. I thought the decision of having him kill Thanos in the beginning, I loved that decision because it's exactly what what Thor would have did. He's been hating this man all this time and thinking that he failed all this time. Finally gets an opportunity to. He's not gonna ask questions. He's gonna kill him.
He savagely was just like, I
was tripping out.
Oh wow, I didn't know this is PG-13.
Dude, they went in and made hibachi out of him, bro. Thor's character in it was great. On a story sense and a storytelling sense, Thor's character was amazing. Good B.
Iron Man, the last big three. R.I.P. to Howard Potts.
We're gonna say it at the same time. I think we got the same rating. 3, 2, 1.
A plus. Yep.
Yep.
Iron Man was like, oh gosh. Back 10 years ago, when they first had Iron Man 1, I resonated with him being my favorite Avenger. Like I love
Iron Man 1 went so hard, bro.
I was like, this is the start of a great relationship, Marvel. This, me and you, just like, I'll be here for all your movies. From Iron Man 1,
dude, he is Iron Man. Robert Downey Jr. is the best Iron Man.
His character totally did a U-turn and switched up. Like, he was arrogant. Mm-hmm. He was like, I'm billionaire, playboy, philanthropist. Like, I know I'm the shit. But his character, you feel like how different he becomes in this movie over the years. Like, because he sacrificed himself pretty much in the first Avengers, taking that bomb to kill like the Chitauri. And then in Infinity War, he was pretty much going up against Thanos like toe to toe until like he almost died in that movie. Like, I thought he was gonna be KO'd in that movie.
Civil War, he almost died. Mm-hmm. Cool thing about Iron Man on a storytelling sense, he follows a similar character arc in every single movie. It's about him learning to put others first, I guess, and fully embracing a traditional hero role. And they keep it fresh every movie. Mm-hmm. I never feel like I'm saying the same thing over again. No, like, they do a great job of that. And yeah, they do it in this one amazingly. Like, he has a whole family to protect now. He lives in a cabin in the woods.
Which I thought was hilarious because you go from super technology like in the city to total shift in cabin in the woods, downgrading all your technology. I was like,
and it was so needed because it could have, they would have been having that same like conversation with him, and they were in the Avengers Tower. I'd be like, Tony, if you don't get your ass down there.
Right.
But like when he's in the cabin with his family and he's off a lake and his daughter's going camping with his little mask, I'm like, oh, you have a lot to lose.
Yeah, this was a total shift. Yeah. I liked it. And his relationship with Spider-Man, that's pretty much his only son. And
we did not talk
about Spider-Man. But Spider-Man, in this movie, I give him a C+. He really didn't play a big role because he was dead the whole movie. But that's pretty much a lot of them were dead. But
I'm gonna give him a B- because once he became alive, he did a lot.
He was doing the trick shots and the keeping away and everything.
He was definitely sixth man. He was like sixth man of the year.
He did
in that battle.
Like he went insta kill and took out a whole bunch of people, and he was like, "I got it, Mr. Stark. Like, I'm here." Like, but I love how they switched it up, and like Tony humbled himself, and Tony was like, "I'm here for you" when Peter was dying, and then it switched up, and then Peter was like, "I'm here for you" when Tony was dying. Like, it was a complete circle throughout the whole thing.
I love that.
Like, Spider-Man, great. Tony Stark, great.
I love the movie, man. I thought it was great. I'm gonna definitely rewatch it first chance I get. As soon as all you guys start getting out the theater, stop watching it, bro. You know how hard it was to get a ticket to this? I was in the front row, breaking my neck the whole movie.
But
it was good.
Overall, these are all of our
these are our opinions.
Opinions and ratings for all the Avengers. I think we've got everyone. Overall, great movie. If you still haven't seen it, I don't know what to tell you. I waited this long to give you guys this video. If you haven't, subscribe to my channel, like, comment, tell me what you thought about the video. I need to get you guys' opinions. I want to discuss this with you. But yeah, this is been Film Cam. See you guys later.
Comment.